Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. And off we go from Arlington. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
Now a pitch to Montgomery. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. That's the third-round rookie pick, Isaac Tosslaw. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Lions first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Now Goff gonna hold on to it. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Get a pause here. We have an injury, and it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Williams, the ball carrier, taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go again here with Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down, they need 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That one out wide to Gibbs. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have a Lions first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
That's good for a Cowboy.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll go with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. It's another run here for Williams. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
That's another Cowboys first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. I try to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal. Prescott again. It is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. Cowboys take a 10-3 lead.
Lions 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It is a huge play for Detroit. 33 yards.
Lions, 1st down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Lions.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
That's caught by Tesla. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Detroit.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Goff to throw. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. To throw is Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Gibbs. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Prescott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
On the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
2nd down, Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Mark down at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Here's Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Malcolm Rodriguez gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is down. That is caught to the goal line and in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Lions 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs.
Number 0, Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there, and a 1st down.
A gain of 9
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions 1st down.
Another Detroit Lions.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
throw on the RPO is complete, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On the ground, this is Gibbs. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
That's a timeout from Dallas. It's their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Again, Prescott to the air. Now he takes off. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Goff. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now, a return coming from the 14. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is 2nd and 6. A give, and here comes Williams. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big
hit by the all-pro safety, Kirby Joseph. And he is going to bring offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick six, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick six, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will even the score here in the third. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Oh, a short game there to about the 22.
Williams, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
The Lions will punt this ball away as he's on to punt for the second time. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the give, it's Williams. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And 3rd down coming up.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Dak facing 3rd and long. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Catch is made by Wright. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. This one complete. It's to Sloan. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Gain of 17 yards.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First down. It's a gain.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Second and 10. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. So Von Revel there to make the play. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 5. A run here with Gibbs. We'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now, the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
Third down.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will go up by 7.
The score, Lions 27, Cowboys 20.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. It's another run here for Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. First down, Cowboys.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Remember this one thing.
First and 10
It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey, watch the back on this play. Watch the back on this play.
To throw is Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 8
It's
yards
rare to
to
see
go.
an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
incomplete on third down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
For the Cowboys field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Goff. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Detroit.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Lions.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
And the Lions are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
That's another Detroit Lions, first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance.
He's got it. It's a touchdown. There is a marker down, but it looked like the defense was offside.
Get something together. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
Third down and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll go play action with Goff. Quick throw here is complete. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now, Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Lions 1st down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
To Slaw, the man in motion. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Gain of a yard. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Detroit.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he's going to have a Lions 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Tight end, the motion man to the right. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead.
Cowboys 23.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And it's a touchdown-saving tackle as he got this down inside the 5-yard line. What a run by Williams. 68 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Madden. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions are able to extend the lead.
Cowboys 23.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 31-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Alphonse Madden.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. 37 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.